My wife has this extreme thing around other men. The second a man touches her, she freaks out. After we got married, I respected her boundaries and never touched her once. But even then, there were still 2 accidents. The first time, she snapped and stabbed me. I needed 38 stitches. The second time, she locked me in a tiger cage, and I almost lost my leg. Ever since then, I never dared touch her again. I was so scared of triggering her, I always stayed 100 feet away. Then one day, while I was out, I saw my wife, who was supposedly on a business trip, having dinner with her male assistant. She looked at him so gently. The 2 of them were making out in the restaurant, totally wrapped up in each other. Right then, the hospital called. The voice on the other end sounded excited. "Mr. Shen, we found a treatment plan for Ms. Zhou's condition." I watched her assistant stroke my wife's hand and laughed at myself. "No need, not anymore." "Why? This treatment plan can really work." The doctor kept trying to persuade me, but I just looked up into the distance. Her assistant was lying in my wife's arms, his fingers wandering all over her, and my so-called germaphobe wife didn't react at all. I looked at the crisscrossed scars on my arm, and the pain hit so hard I could barely breathe. Maybe I just fell for the wrong person. I hung up and got up to leave. It had started pouring outside. My leg started aching again. Back then, Zhou Wenqing tripped, and I reached out to steady her. I barely touched her and she had one of her episodes and locked me in an animal cage. Suddenly, the 5 years I gave to this marriage felt like one big joke. When Zhou Wenqing got home and saw me sitting on the couch, she rushed over and slapped me hard.
Didn't I tell you? If you sit on my couch, you wear protective clothing.
She raised her hand like she wanted to slap me again, but forced herself to stop. Even so, the look on her face was pure agony. I suddenly remembered what she told me last time, that she loved me so much. I'm already trying so hard to control it. At least I didn't stab you this time. I curled my lips into a bitter smile and looked at her. "Zhou Wenqing, if you really love me, then prove it." As I said that, I reached my hand toward her face. Zhou Wenqing held back her rage so hard her fingers turned white, but the second my hand was about to touch her, she turned her head away. In the end, she smashed the ceramic cup I'd spent 3 days and nights making for her, cut her wrist with a shard, and walked away. I watched her leave, and my face went completely cold. Before that, I'd once gotten thirsty after working too long and accidentally used her teacup. Right after that, she stabbed me 38 times. When she took me to the hospital, she said guiltily, "Chen, you know how bad my germ issue is. Don't touch my things again or I'll have an episode." I was pale and half dead, and Zhou Wenqing reluctantly gave me a brief hug. "Chen, this is all because of my mental block. I'm really sorry. From now on, as long as you disinfect properly and stay away from me, we can still live a good life together. And when I get a little better, I'll have a baby for you, okay?" I've always loved kids, but because of her, I never brought it up. I really thought she was just sick, so I kept putting up with everything until Qin Xiao showed up. That's when I realized I'd been treated like a fool this whole time. When I got home, I went straight to the bedroom and started packing. I was ready to leave that place that no longer felt like home.